Hello there, my dear Christian friends. How are you? This is Pastor D here, and I want to welcome you once again to the Bible. Specifically, I want to let you know very directly that Sunday is not God's Sabbath. We have come to the end of the Sabbath. I have spent a wonderful day in church with the message, the singing, the fellowship, eating together, sharing together. And the Bible tells us that the evening and the morning were the first day. And now as we come into the sunset, we've moved from the seventh day, God's Sabbath, back to the first day. The dark part, if you will, of the first day, according to the Bible. And so today we are in the first day of the week. Why do I want to bring this message to you? If you have been following me, you have seen that I've talked a number of times and lifting up God's seventh day Sabbath according to God's word. But I want you to know that there is a severe battle that is taking place, and if you're alive, if you're listening to me wherever you are, that you're part of that battle. For example, just a few days ago, an organization by the name of the Heritage Foundation, who were the very ones behind the Project 2025, they came out with another document calling for Sunday sacredness, for the upliftment of Sundays to save the family. Of course, in Project 2025, they talked about keeping Sunday so that it would give people rest from their labors. Of course, we have the Pope of Rome, the previous ones, particularly the one that had just passed away, Pope Francis. He came out with his encyclical Laudato Si, calling for Sunday sacredness to save the planet from the effects of climate change. I want you to know, my dear brothers and sisters, that the Bible predicted that this is exactly what would take place. There would be a battle between God's seventh day Sabbath and the tradition of men, particularly the Roman Catholic Church, who was uplifting a Sunday before the world. I want to invite you, my dear brothers and sisters, to get a copy of this book. It's entitled God's Sabbath Truth, A Decision to Make. And it's written by yours truly. And in there, I trace the history of the Sabbath from creation through the ages, the disciples, with talked about Jesus, coming down to the times in which we live. And this book, of course, it's based entirely on the Bible and history, and it would give you the information that you need to make the right decision, because you would have to make a decision, and that decision would be either for God's Sabbath truth, which he gave to us at creation, which he calls his people to keep his Sabbath, which we will be keeping throughout the ceaseless ages of eternity, and Sunday sacredness, and it is being promoted by the Church of Rome and by learned men, so-called. My dear brothers and sisters, I invite you to visit our website, godsabbathtruth.org, and I have specifically in that website talks about the Sabbath, and you have opportunity to get a copy of the book, God's Sabbath Truth, A Decision to Make. Until we meet again, my dear brothers and sisters, may God continue to richly bless you and keep you